Okay, this is an introduction to compiler design. Introduction. Programming languages are notation for describing computation to people and to machine. The world as we know it depends on programming language because all the software running on all the computers was written in some programming language. But before a program can be run, it first must be translated in a form in which it can be executed by a computer. The software system that to do this translation are called compilers. Language processor. Simply stated, a compiler is a program that can read a program in one language, the source language, and translate into an equivalent program in another language, the target language. An important role of compiler is to report any errors in the process of program that detects during the translation process. This is the visual layout of a compiler. So if it will input source program, then go to compiler, then it will output the target. If the target program is an executable machine language program, it can be then called by the user to process input and produce output. So we have here input, then target program, then it will output. In addition to a compiler, several other programs may be required to create an executable target program. Such program may be divided into modules, sorted in separate. So this is on the right side. This is what we have modules. So we have preprocessor. A preprocessor generally considered as a part of compiler is a tool that produces input for compilers. It deals with macro processing, augmentation, file inclusion, language extension, etc. Assembler. Translate assembly language program into machine code. The output of an assembler is called an object file, which can contain a combination of machine instruction as well as the data required to place this instruction in memory. Linker is a computer program that links and merges various object files together in order to make an executable file. Loader is a part of operating system and is responsible for loading executable files into memory and execute them. A cross-compiler runs on a platform and is capable of generating executable code for platform. It's called cross-compiler. Source-to-source compiler, a compiler that takes the source code of one programming language and translates it into a source code of another programming language. It's called the source-to-source. An interpreter is another common kind of language processor. Instead of producing a target program as a translation, an interpreter appears to directly execute the operation specified in source program on input supplied by the user. So we have source program, then an input. Go to an interpreter and then go output. The machine language target program produced by a compiler is usually much faster than an interpreter at mapping inputs to outputs. An interpreter, however, can usually give better error diagnosis than a compiler because it executes the source program statement by. So we have here a Java language processor combines compilation and interpretation as shown in the figure. A Java source program may first be compiled into an intermediate form called bytecodes. The bytecodes are then interpreted by a virtual machine. A benefit of this arrangement is that bytecodes compiled on one machine can be interpreted on another machine, perhaps across network. In order to achieve faster processing of inputs and outputs, some Java compilers called just-in-time compilers translated the bytecode into machine language immediately before they run the intermediate program to process the input.